Good afternoon. My name is K.Stracener. This week we have been focusing on the policies, procedures, and plans for technology use in the school system. I collaborated with two other classmates to compare our policies and procedures. My school system is Chilton County, and you'll also see me comparing Elmore County and Troy City Schools. I would like to start off with the mission statements. Now, of course, these were all found on each school's website, and the mission statements are meant to influence the entire learning experience, not just technology use. But I highlighted a few points that could be tied back to technology. For Chilton County Schools, it says they want a safe environment that challenges the educational experiences, but we also want each student to succeed to their individual potential. I like this because each student does not learn the same, and we need to make sure that they're using technology safely and they're getting the best experience possible while we prepare them for the future. Troy City Schools mentions that they want to provide a meaningful and useful education for their children. In today's time, meaningful and useful is technology. That's what they're used to, that's what they're comfortable with, and that's what they're going to learn best with because that's what they enjoy. For Elmore County Schools, their mission statement is every student empowered, every student succeeds. If we empower our students to use the resources available to them, then they are bound to succeed in the classroom and hopefully into their future and whatever they may do after graduation. We read an article on planning for administrative applications, and some of the goals it mentions is that you want to develop or improve information resources, provide or improve new administrative services, improve and increase administrative productivity and efficiency. All three school systems have stated that there is a need for updates and more devices in their schools. If we update our systems and we provide more devices, this will allow teachers to utilize technology in their classroom to use those administrative services and those informational resources. If we also have enough devices and they're using them to the best of their ability, this will also increase their productivity and efficiency. The article also talked about instructional applications and the goals for those while you're planning for that. And we want to prepare and support teachers so that we can have graduate, college-ready, and career-ready students. We want to prepare students to participate in technology-oriented society, and we also want to enhance or improve learning and teaching by using technological tools. And we want to provide technology-based curriculum for students with special aptitudes or interest in technology. Chilton County, Elmore, and Troy systems all stated that they need more professional development in their school systems. This will assist in enhancing the learning and teaching experience by using technology. This will also help teachers reach the students that have an interest in technology or want to deal with technology once out of school. Also, there is a plan to increase teacher usage and productivity when it comes to technology. This will also help the things I just read. In the technology plan for Chilton County and Troy City Schools, the use of 21st century skills is mentioned quite a bit. By utilizing a 21st century classroom, students will be more prepared at graduation to participate in a technology-oriented society. Elmore County is a little different. It has a plan to provide opportunities for students to identify strengths and interests for future educational and career planning, whether that be in technology or in something else. Budgeting, I summarized our budget for each school system. If you would like a printout of this, I will be glad to get you a copy of it. But it was surprising to me how much money is needed to get the repairs and to update and to get the devices needed for technology in a school system. And also keep in mind that if it's a bigger school system, that's more cost. Each school system that has a professional development amount set aside, which I found interesting. Troy City Schools professional development is $20,000. Elmore County Schools is $10,500. Now, for Chilton County Schools, they have a bundle of different topics for under one cost. It's a big chunk of money, $1 million. But professional development was under that umbrella. So I reached out to my county tech coordinator and asked, well, how much is actually put aside for professional development? And the price was shocking. She said they try to stay under $2,000 a year for the entire school system. That was surprising to me, that if you're trying to save money, why would that be the place where you choose to cut? Because you need to prepare your teachers to teach, be ready to teach with technology. And she said that they either pull in people in the county who are knowledgeable on a topic, or they'll send 1 or 2 teachers to a professional development, and then they come back and teach the other teachers. So like I said, the budget is really, really interesting, but I do know that all 3 school systems rely heavily on state-funded money to buy all of this. So this is not a given that it's just in the budget. This is we hope we get the funds to pay for it all. On communications and social media policy, social media isn't mentioned as much as other school systems that we've been looking at. It's strongly encouraged that they model appropriate behavior online and show how to be a responsible digital citizen. Elmore County School System is really the only one that states that if you, as an employee, choose to have a social media account, that you're responsible for your content on the employee's page. And all 3 school systems state that you must follow the guidelines in the handbook for appropriate behavior. Chilton County Schools and Troy City Schools also strongly encouraged parent-teacher conferences to communicate with each other. For facility planning, the 2 biggest needs for Chilton County Schools is to update one-to-one wireless access and to increase the bandwidth as more devices are added to the classroom. Some of the strengths for Chilton County is that all schools' network wireless have been upgraded, and the bandwidth has been increased at all schools, and all schools currently have wireless connection campus-wide. Elmore County Schools their 3 areas of need are upgrading the wiring, wireless infrastructure, and mobile device management software for all devices. They currently only have it for Chromebooks, and they want to be able to cover all of their devices. Some of their strengths are that they have fiber connectivity to all schools, they have off-site backup, and they're able to detect attacks and where it began. This also goes back to the data governance, where so we're protecting all of our students and making sure that everything that's online is safe and secure. Troy City Schools currently does not have any major changes with their infrastructure. Their last major upgrade was in 2013. For me, I don't know much about upgrading devices and all of that, but I would think it's about time for an upgrade, so that may be in their next year's budget. For the plans for one-to-one initiatives, all schools are trying to get more devices, and all 3 school systems put that as a need, is that they need more devices, more Chromebooks to make their classrooms one-to-one. Elmore County did not mention anything about how close they are to being a one-to-one school, but it did say that they needed more devices, more computer labs, and they need better software to manage those devices. Chilton County personally has 2 schools that have reached the one-to-one goal on all grade levels, and that Troy City Schools, their goal is to at least get Chromebooks that can fill enough carts for each classroom. On Bring Your Own Device, Troy City Schools is the only school system with these 3 that we're comparing that actually had a policy that they are allowed to bring their own device. They have a form that needs to be signed by the parents, and they actually have a network set aside for Bring Your Own Device. Elmore County Schools and Chilton County Schools do not have that plan in their handbook. They just have a statement of that they can be used for educational purposes at the discretion of the teacher, and Elmore County actually stated that they are not held responsible for any damage or lost items. So I think Troy City Schools has the Bring Your Own Device a little better planned out than Elmore County and Chilton County, but they all three say that it will be at the teacher's discretion of when those devices can be used. The data governance, the main goal of that is just to manage all of the data being stored in these classrooms, in these classroom devices, and all this has been pulled straight from the handbook, and Chilton County focuses on that information in all its forms shall be protected. That's the main goal of Chilton County Schools. Elmore County Schools breaks it down a little more. They talk about the speech, hard copy data, communications, data stored on any type of the servers or internal, external media. Troy City Schools, they actually have a data governance committee, and their policy actually outlines how operational instructional activities shall be carried out so that they can ensure that all their data is protected. The strategic planning, I've listed all the sections that each school system stated in their strategic plan. Both school systems had the same layout where the needs and goals were identified under each section, and then it listed the strengths that each school has. I like that it lists the strengths so that you can see what they have already achieved, so you can build on what's already been done to make it more successful. All Troy City Schools and Chilton County Schools listed the same topics: the infrastructure inventory, professional learning program, teacher use teaching, teacher use productivity, school leader usage. But Chilton County also had technology student learning as a section that Troy City Schools did not. Elmore County's layout was a little different than Chilton County and Troy City Schools. They have 13 pages of strategies their school wants to address, along with an action plan, who is responsible for it, and the timeline. I went through and found a few that I thought were about technology, and they were important to meet the goals of the administrative and instructional applications that were in the article that we read for this week. But their goals focus more on programs that can be used to meet the goals. They want to integrate technology, utilize School Dude, provide Learn 360, and utilize Canvas. So these are all programs that they can use to meet the goals. In conclusion, although each school system has their own way of going about reaching their goals, all three school systems have an overall goal to update their technology, purchase more devices, and provide more PD to better prepare teachers for the use of the technology in the classroom.